We have continued lake effect snow for the Great Lakes for today and tomorrow, but we have another winter storm coming from today all the way to Sunday from the Northern Rockies, Northern Plains, and eventually to the Midwest. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Pew. It's November 27, 2025. So just like how I talked about in the previous forecast videos, we still have a low level of pressure somewhere around the Quebec area. So looking at 850 millibars or 5,000 feet above the surface with that counterclockwise flow, places like western Michigan are still having that northerly flow, places east of Lake Michigan are still having that westerly flow, and so on for the other Great Lakes as well. So for all these areas, you can expect total snow accumulation from a few days ago up until tomorrow to still have about 1 to 2 feet of snow. Now before we get to the upcoming winter storm, there is a fire risk from South Georgia to Florida. So speaking of that low pressure system that we see in the Quebec area, in this area it's still bringing in that northerly flow, and even places in the southeast is having some northwesterly flow as well. And so that being said, we're having a lot of downslope winds coming down from the Appalachian Mountains, and that's bringing in a lot more drier conditions. But for South Georgia and Florida specifically, we are having some breezy conditions from 10 to 15 miles per hour and some wind gusts up to 20 to 25 miles per hour. Okay, so now for this upcoming winter storm, we do have a low pressure system that's coming off the Pacific Northwest in this moment. And this low pressure coming from the Pacific is similar to an atmospheric river where it's bringing in a lot of moisture. And soon, eventually, it's going to interact with another low pressure that's coming down from the Alberta area. With these low pressure systems eventually forming into one, it's bringing a lot of vorticity or spin, and that's going to help with the upward motion, but also it's going to be bringing in a lot of cold air. And so for places like northern Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, you guys are going to experience the snow firsthand today and tomorrow morning. And you guys can expect a couple inches of snow. But this winter storm is going to be the most severe in places like Iowa, northern Illinois, Wisconsin, northern Indiana, and Michigan. The snow is going to start tomorrow on Friday around 4 to 5 p.m. in Iowa. And this winter storm is going to be affecting all these areas from Friday to Sunday afternoon. And there's high confidence that these places are going to get up to 6 inches of snow. And this includes places like Des Moines, Iowa City, Chicago, Madison, and Grand Rapids. And we're having the most intense snowfall happening in the Midwest because if we look back at 850 millibars, looking at the Pacific Northwest at that low level pressure that's going to be coming through, as it gets to the Midwest, it's going to deepen. And remember that counterclockwise flow, it's bringing a lot of warm air advection from the south into this area. Now it's warm air advection, but it's still freezing temperatures in the Midwest, but it's enough to bring in a lot of rising motion, especially since we're talking about the low levels as well. And if we look at a wind map, we can see that we're going to have a lot of low level wind speed as well. And even so, looking at 500 millibars of mid-winter troposphere, looking at this trough, it's going to be bringing in a lot of vorticity or spin, and also a lot of shear, which is going to help tilt those updrafts and help with the upward motion. And so as this low pressure intensifies by this weekend, we are going to have some severe weather for the southern plains and southern part of Mississippi Valley.